I don't know. I'm curious. I've never used this program before, so we're trying things. We're trying new things. I know I'm 10 minutes earlier than I'm 40 minutes from 3:30, but I said 3, so but I want to see if this is working. I'm sitting on the floor too, which looks stupid on me, but okay, no. Let's see if this is even working. Okay, it says I'm live, which is cool. It doesn't have the fancy little like thing because that's just not how it's going to work for me, but I can do it later if I want to. Okay, so I just want to make sure you guys. Okay, so I just want to make sure you guys. Okay, but that's the thing. I have as a kids channel, and so I don't have. So I don't get the chat, which is stupid. Okay, well, this is dumb because I don't get the chat since I classify as a kids channel. Again, dumb. All right, let's see if I can get it. Yeah, so chat's not allowed. So I'm trying to figure this out, guys. I'm sorry. I want you to be able to chat with me. Huh. How do I? Okay, let's see. If I go here, oh, I can't even pull up the description. Let me see. Because what I'm thinking is, since this is like not working very well, okay, I've been live for 2 minutes. That's great. Can I want chat. That's the only thing I want is chat. But it won't let me do that. Okay, so since, let me see, where is the info on this one? Okay, so I'm sorry to say this. Can I like add something like a? Is this what I do? Let me see. See. Okay, so it's not even gonna let me, because I want to like put it on the screen. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to like do this later, so we're not gonna be able to have chat, which I'm sorry, but anyway, so we're talking about the 7 husbands of Evelyn Hugo today. I have like some things bookmarked. I have an entire reading vlog on this. I don't think it's like a description box. It might be. I don't know. Things aren't working. Okay. So it's not, the video is not currently linked in the description box, so like, I don't know why. But if I remember, I will link it in when I go put the thumbnail on. Anyway, so let's talk about this book. So this book is about Evelyn Hugo, who's been married 7 times, and basically she was a super famous pop star, but she's never like sat down and like done. I don't know how to explain it because that's what it is. And then there's this girl named Monique who Evelyn says she wants Monique, this random person she has no idea who it is, to come and do a interview with her for a. Sorry, this is my phone. I don't know what's going off. Okay, look, now it's on mute. We're good. So she hires this girl Monique who works at like company called Vivian. I don't know if it's like a journalism or like a magazine company. I don't know. You know, it probably is like known that like Vivian is like that company, but I don't know. So, okay. So yes, Vivian is a company where Monique works at. Evelyn goes through Vivian and gets Monique to come and do this interview with her. And she ends up getting to write an entire biography on Evelyn, and it's like told like in Monique's, and then it's like Evelyn's point of view telling the entire story to Monique, and you get to read it for yourself. And I really enjoyed this book. I gave it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I have an entire reading vlog on it. It's also like super pretty. I don't know, but yes, I had fun reading this. I was actually really surprised by my opinions on it. I didn't think it was gonna be so good, but I ended up really enjoying it. And yeah, so those are my opinions. I'd ask yours, but I can't do that. Is this what I do? Oh! Okay. Okay. And then boom. Okay, so I was gonna put that there. Anyway, so yeah, sorry that there's no chat, but it's not letting me do it or fix anything for it. So, and this is the first time I've ever used a stream yard thing. I've never used this before. Anyway, so yeah, that's basically the overall like gist of the story. And like I said, I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I found it very entertaining. I was really blown away by how entertained I was because it's told in like one format, but like it's like told like in 2 formats. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but yes. I read this for the most popular book of 2019, and I went into it with very low expectations because it is like realistic fiction, and I'm not a realistic fiction person. I don't like realistic fiction. By looking at my shelf behind me, you can probably tell that, this girl does not like realistic fiction, and I don't. But I absolutely adored this book. It was so good. The only reason I did not end up giving it 5 stars is because I found it, like, I predicted the ending. I predicted, like, not like the ending, but I predicted the whole reason why Evelyn hired Monique, and I predicted the big plot twist like halfway through, because when you write like stories, there's like a plot twist halfway through and there's a plot twist near the end of the book. So I predicted both of those when it came time to figure it out. I knew them. And yes, but let's go into like spoiler things. Yeah. See, I should have added these before, but I didn't know. Okay, so now it's time for spoilers. So, okay, let's talk about the plot twists. Evelyn Hugo is bisexual. I went into the story with the idea that she was gay, but she turned out being bi, which I wasn't like right on the point, but I still figured out that she was into the same gender. And yeah, but she was into both. Other plot twist, Evelyn Hugo killing Monique's father. I knew that, like, as soon as they said they left him at the car, I was like, dude, that's Monique's father. That's the only one that makes sense. So I wasn't like super surprised by any of the plot twists, but I really enjoyed the writing. I found it like very intriguing. I couldn't put it down. I don't know. Writing, A+ for me. I really enjoyed it. Now I do have some tabs. If you guys can see, most of them, they're all like purple and there's one orange, which means I have a lot of quotes that I would like to talk about. And I have one humorous tab that I would like to talk about. So let's pull up the first quote that I love. I have a review on this on Goodreads too. I absolutely adore this quote. It is on page 35 because it's so true. And it is. The world doesn't give things, you take things. And I think that, I love that quote because it's so true. That is exactly how you have to live your life. You can't just expect things to be handed to you in this world because that's not, it's not supposed to be like that. You're supposed to work for what you get, and you're supposed to work for what you deserve. And so I really like that quote. I was like, oh my goodness, yes. I knew I was going to talk about it in this live show. So I definitely really like that quote. The next one, if we're going in order, is on page 83, and it says, praise is just like an addiction. The more you get it, the more, sorry. Praise is just like an addiction. The more you get it, the more of it you need to stay even. I liked that quote and I tabbed it because, it's true. Especially with YouTubers, when they start out small, they're not really they're not so ego focused. They start off with YouTube really into just creating content. But then the more they grow, the more ego they get, the more they're it needs to be this, and that. And the more of a bad person they become. Now, not everybody's like this. There's obviously exceptions to this, addiction thing with praise or whatever. But it's mostly like that, so I really like that. A good example would be the Ace family. They have a very big following on YouTube. I'm not calling names, but Ace family is a good example because they have a really big following on YouTube, but they think so highly of themselves. And that's kind of something that happens with YouTube. I've never watched the videos, so I don't know if they had a really big ego and they only had 1K subs, but they definitely, that YouTube number has come into their play. They're ruining people's homes and everything. So that's a really big factor in that society. In this society, yeah. Fame and numbers is really big, especially because we're in social media age, the age of social media. So social numbers, yeah. All right, next one. I'm not really good at this, so anyway, next one. I really like this one too. I like a lot of these quotes. Some of these I quoted just so I could talk about. Heartbreak is lost, divorce is a piece of paper. I really like that one because it's true, right? So when you first get a divorce, you're really sad. But then as time goes on, you figure out that you're better without them, unless it was your doing and you're a piece of poop, but we're not gonna talk about that. But if you are the victim of it, then as time goes on, you figure out that, you know what, I'm better than them. I don't need them. And I really, really like that. And that's why I tabbed it, just because I liked it. These things, I don't have a lot of things to talk about. I just really liked it. And so I wanted to talk about it. This one I really like because this quote could be if you hate or if you're just jealous of people who have power and who are successful, then this quote is probably salty to you. But I like it because it's true. And if you aren't jealous of people and you actually work hard for what you get, which a lot of people who have money do that, unless they're trust fund babies, but you never know. So they always want to get richer. Sorry, that's not the start of it. You should know this about the rich. They always want to get richer. It is never boring getting your hands on more money. So yes, if you have money, you should always work to have more than you have. So if you live in a nice house and you like that house, it's fine. But you live in a nice, small 3-bedroom house, you like that house, it's fine. But you should work to get more of it. You don't have to. But if you, I don't know. I'm not very good with advice, but I'm trying to explain why I like that. It's because these people, they have money and they can support themselves by acting and with the money they have, but they are working to get more. Even if it is just kind of like an ego thing in Hollywood, having more money, being more famous, whatever, they're still working to get more money. And if you just live like in Ohio, no, we're not going to go with that because the Paul brothers. If you live over in Florida and you have a nice house and you have a nice income, then you're just working because you like to have that money, and you should always put 10% back. I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't have a plan coming into this. I just wanted to talk about these. Okay, so then the last quote is a humor one because I found this funny and I laughed. I laughed a lot of these times, but this is the one I wanted to quote. So it was when Evelyn was talking to Harry because they wanted to start a family. And obviously it's going to happen for long, but so she says, I raised my eyebrows. You do realize how babies are made? I asked him. Eyes, Evelyn. He smiled and leaned in and then whispered, there's a very small part of me that's always wanted to bed you since I met you, Evelyn. She goes, I laughed him. I hit him on the arm. No, there's not a small part. It goes against my greater instincts, but there is nonetheless. And she goes, well, we'll keep that part to ourselves. Once again, Evelyn, you've got yourself a deal. And I don't know, because I love the relationship between Harry and Evelyn. I love Harry as like in general. And I don't know, I just like the quote. It made me laugh out loud. Super duperly loved it. And I wanted to share it with you guys because I thought it was a blast. And then those are all the quotes. And then I did tab something because I wanted to talk about the relationship. So the big relationship in this book is with Evelyn and Cecilia. Obviously, this girl has 7 husbands, right? But the big relationship is Cecilia. Sorry, her name is Celia. Like her Hollywood actor name is Celia, but her actual name is Cecilia not St. James. I don't know. Her actual first name is Cecilia, so I'm probably going to end up calling her Cecilia because that's what I'm calling her, and Celia is the same, just without the extra C, so yeet. Anyway, so this right here. So I don't like their relationship. Like, it's like the main ship, and you're supposed to be heartbroken with everything that happens with them, but I just didn't see it, and I didn't feel like it was a healthy relationship because whenever Evelyn did something Celia didn't like, she ended up calling Evelyn and bad names, ended up calling her a whore and stuff like that. And so I just really didn't appreciate the relationship. So we're going to read a quote that backs that up. It's on page 238 in this book. And I don't remember what they were doing. I don't know what this is. I don't know the portion of this. What is it about? Maybe when they're having a baby. I don't know what this is about. But basically, she says, Celia calls her out, which I don't really want to read it, but there it is. You guys can see that. It's underlined right there. So I don't really want to read it out loud. But she also ends up saying, at the end, Evelyn announces that that was how it was with Celia. When you denied her what she wanted, when you hurt her, she made you hurt too. And I thought that really describes the relationship because when Evelyn ended up getting pregnant and she told Cecilia, Celia really got mad and left, or not, apparently didn't leave because, but left and called her names, and I didn't appreciate that. And then they got back together and I really didn't appreciate that. So I wanted to mark that down so I could just say that I don't really think it's a good relationship. My favorite relationship was with the friendship between Evelyn and Harry. And then I love, is his name Harry or Henry? His name is Harry. I'm about 100% positive. It's Harry, yes. So I really like the friendship between Harry and Evelyn. I predicted the whole dilemma where Cecilia would marry Harry and then John would marry Celia. Evelyn would marry Harry and John would marry Celia because then they could date normally, and so I predicted that. Anyway, so yes. that's all my opinions on here. And since I have no viewers on this, it feels fantastic. Anyway, so yeah, I guess it's going to be the end of this live stream. Anyway, I guess that's the end. I don't know. I really enjoyed this book. I ended up giving it, like I said, 4 out of 5 stars. I'm now realizing what I could have done to like prepare for all this. But yes, February's book of the month is Nevermore. I don't have my copy. I do have my copy. I don't have my copy. Okay, so February's book of the month is Nevermore, The Trials of Morgan Crow by Jessica Townsend. Oh, I spelled Jessica's name wrong. Okay, you gotta forgive me. I'm really new to this whole thing. Let me go get my copy of the book. Where is it? Never mind, it's downstairs. So I don't currently have Nevermore with me. As you can tell, I'm not very good at this. But we're doing a read-along. So the main book of February is Nevermore. We're going to have a live show at the end of the month. March 1st is currently when it's prepared. I'm pretty, like, when it's planned out. But depending what happens during February and what if I have to do anything that weekend, we might move it to a different day. But it's currently planned for March 1st, maybe 3, maybe 4. Again, I don't really know, but I will schedule it on here when it gets closer to the date. The book is Nevermore, the month, right? But we're doing a read-along where we read Nevermore and Wondersmith. They're both books. That's what Nevermore looks like. There you go. Since I don't have the actual copy with me, not even the dust jacket, it's downstairs. But yes, we will be doing a read along where we read this one and the next one. If you want more details, head over to my Instagram, STRB_book club. That's where you can find all the Scratching the Reading Book club things and nonsense like that. But yes, we will be reading these in preparation for the third one, which was supposed to come out in March, but it's been pushed back to August, but I couldn't push this back because yes. So yes, we will be reading this duology currently. It's a trilogy. It's a series, but trilogy. Yes. So we'll be reading the first 2 books for February, and we'll talk about them at the end. Mostly going to be talking about Nevermore, but Wondersmith will be added into that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. If you did, give it a big fat thumbs up. Hopefully next live stream I have figured out how to get chat, because I do want chat on these live streams so we can actually communicate, but I don't have them up. I don't have chat currently, so I apologize. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching this video. And yeah, if you have any suggestions, you can head down to the comment link in the description box. If I remember, I'll put it in there after I finish this up. And you can just comment on there, say like live stream, 7 husbands live stream, and then have a comment if you want to. Also, if you guys have any like suggestions for the book club or books of the month or whatever, go over to the Instagram, STRB. There we go. So that's the book club handle right there. If you have any interest at all in that, head over there. It's so much fun. I post at least twice a month. And yeah. So again, I'll see you guys all in my next video. And hey, don't forget, I am still a freaky bulldozer. Bye. Now you gotta click on the broadcast.